I just know that my mom said, watch out for the bed bugs and don't let the bed bugs bite. That's the only thing I know about them.
I didn't know they existed until I became homeless.
People start itching when you start talking about bed bugs, but it's important to address.
Bed bugs are small, elusive parasites that are becoming more prevalent than ever. They live by feeding exclusively on the blood of humans and other warm-blooded animals.
They look for little cracks or crevices that they can get into, any little dark place, and usually wait for people to go to sleep to attack.
The good news is, bed bugs do not carry germs that cause human infections.
Although once a person starts itching, if they have significant bites, they can itch a lot and then they'll open their skin and then they're vulnerable again to MRSA or staph infection from their scratching.
They're a real nightmare and they're extremely difficult to get rid of.
People are beginning to come around to the idea that they need to have an integrated pest control management strategy, which would include not just pesticides, but with bed bugs, it's almost all about environmental management and behavior of people.
Every morning with my bedding, I'm required to make my bunk. But once a week, I'm required to strip my bunk down and bag it up, and it goes out to be laundered.
Pillows, pillowcases, blankets, and sheets are all sent to a laundry facility to get washed. We do our washing Monday, Wednesday, and Friday so we can make sure that they have clean linen every single day.
What I do after I bag it up is use a bleach solution to wipe it down and inspect to see if there's anything unusual, bugs or anything. I'm grateful for this place because it is bed bug free, and they're working hard around here to keep it that way.
Bed bugs port along with people in their belongings, so they'll get into backpacks and suitcases and sometimes into your clothes and travel with you from place to place. So if you're coming from a place where there were bed bugs, you can bring them to another place with your belongings. Some of these shelters are instituting a practice where you can bring in only a limited number of belongings and they have to go into a sealed crate, which sort of brings down the mobility of the bugs. It may not completely contain them, but it makes it more difficult for them to get around.
Unfortunately, it has almost a social connotation to it that makes you the bad guy if you bring one in. I worked really hard at making sure I didn't bring them with me.
To prevent bed bugs here at Cascade, when a new woman comes in, before she goes to her room, she comes into this bathroom, she washes her clothing, she gets to put them in disposable bed bug bags that actually disintegrate when you put them in the washer. And then she takes a shower, puts clean clothes on, and then she takes herself and her belongings into her room.
And drying all of your clothes, whether you've washed them or not, on high heat for about 40 minutes is usually sufficient to kill bed bugs and their babies and the eggs that may be in your clothing.
One of the things with bed bugs is they love to hide in the creases of the furniture. They can hide just really in any tiny crack as small as a pinhole.
We have to stay on that with the steaming process largely. We really shouldn't use it until it hits that 300-degree mark, because then we know we've got an effective deterrent to kill any pests that might be in the wood of this bed frame. Cracks, you always want to get in the cracks. Had we not been screening like this, the bed bugs would be prolific. I mean, they're very resilient. They have a tremendous ability to survive.
Here are some tips for bed bug prevention strategies. Education. Staff and management should be trained in bed bug control strategies. Client reporting. Clients should be encouraged to report any suspicion of bed bugs. Vigilance. Staff and clients should remain vigilant for any bed bug activity. Minimize risk. Encourage new clients to launder clothes in hot water and hot dryer. Keep personal belongings to a minimum and store in crates or bins during their stay. Finally, staff should learn about and employ an integrated pest management approach. Do not rely on pesticides alone.